recap on everyone who's not in players. Oh, I think Burian is set up to play. Oh no, yeah. Okay, good. Then we're going to bed.
Alright, good luck everybody. As Chanchai. Right now we're doing the Akai's Open League. I don't have time to, I'll change to Virtua Fighter in a bit. But anyways, hope everyone's having a great day. I had a wonderful time training with Tricky. Awesome, we've got Crazy Drunk here. So, alright Banok, here we go. Alright, he went with back, good. Hey Princess, good to see you. I still do not know how to fight Venoms. Just talk about it, I'll figure it out. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Thought he would go low here, so. That was still complicated. Good game. Very good game. That was a lot of fun. Alright. Let's change.
Okay. It's not much of a thing for you guys to watch.
Ah, dang it. Alright, we got RJ. Awesome. Here we go. By the way, Princess, thank you always for your support. Hey, I'm doing really good. I'm doing very good. I had an awesome session with Tricky earlier, and it's always good to do League. Very nice, RJ. Very nice. That was really good. Very good evade. Perfect evade. His set play doing is really good. His play at the wall is very scary. That's back throw. That's good. That was a really good choice. I had to guess. That was a really once I whiffed that backdash was out of range. It's really good. Good game, RJ. That was really well played. He got me really good there. So excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. He always goes big on the gamble, so it's really good. If he gets the read right, he's gonna do a lot. That's what I try to do too, but he really goes for it, and that's a very scary Jeffrey. Good game. Alright, Kung Fu Hustle, here we go. Why are we stuck? Why are we stuck? Okay, Kung Fu Hustle's out, I see. Alright, well, there we go with that. Let's see what's happening on the Kais. Nope. Gotta go to Akai's. Hard part, wish Akai can do the restreaming other screen, because when he decides not to play, then people are just watching him beat up on something. So yeah. Anyways, that was a really fun battle. So right now I'm on a bye round. That's right. I fought Banok, who is the favorite. RJ did win that. It gave me the loss versus... Did it really give... I was the one that got disconnected? Okay. Alright. Versus Kung Fu Hustle. Oh, no. That will count after. So... I fought Kung Fu... I didn't get to fight Kung Fu Hustle. It gave me the loss. That's weird. So Kung Fu Hustle and I did... It gave me a disconnect on Kung Fu Hustle. Alright. That's what it is. Well, if there was a league to take a loss on that weird incident, I guess it would be this one. So, you know, might as well. If I already lost to Banok and then lost to RJ, so be it. I'll just win the rest, but that's all good. Win the rest of the games that I got here. I'm looking forward to the fight with the Reaper. We've been having really exciting battles. And... yeah. Okay. That sucks that the disconnect with Kung Fu Hustle ended up giving me the loss. So, I guess it was just our connection didn't sync. And it gave, so, that's what it is. Alright, here we go. Alright, Silverbolt, here we go. Afraid to press start after what happened with the Kung Fu Hustle. Good. Here we go. for Battle Silverbolt. Let's see. Alright, Assassin. It's been a while since I fought Assassin. Always a really good, sharp, aggressive Brad. But he's been more measured the last few times I fought him, so I gotta be very careful. Very careful against him. Nice, nice. Very good choice. He went with the back throw. Excellent choice. Alright, here we go. I see, low crush it is. Excellent choice. Assassin's playing excellent. Good choice too. Good game. I'm gonna lose all these matches. These is a really good game though. He played that well. He crushed me a couple times. Very good. This is a really good. Warming back up. Very good games. Very good game of Assassin. Very good. Alright. Man, Assassin, you're playing great. Keep it up. Keep it up, man. There's a lot of tough weather though. We'll see.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout. Round two. Ready, go!
PP, I need to look at the frame stats on that. Good round, Blaring.
Round three. Ready, go!
Yep, that's a ring out.
Knockout.
Okay, I can't get my text. That's okay. Something's going off right now today. But everyone's good. That's good. Okay, I'm the one that's minus. Back turned there. Good game, Blaring. Good game. Alright, got a good warm-up matches today. Something needs to be loosened up.
It looks like it's year 82's Assassin's birthday.
Happy birthday, Assassin! Happy birthday! I forgot. This is your birthday.
Killers don't quit. Alright, this is round 7. There's 12 rounds, 12 players, so 11 rounds total, so about 5 more.
Alright, Xeno Haste, here we go.
Is to walk through, go try to one touch.
Round one. Ready, go!
If you want to watch actual matches in FIFA, Assassin is streaming.
Round two. Excellent.
But if you watch to
Ready,
lots of pictures. Only did Sunday sessions in America. We're still experiencing Saturdays for Europe. Then I was like, okay, it looks like it's working. I
think I got a little too ambitious. There's some other nippers who basically try to do as much as possible to help build the scene, support the scene. Setsuko Yamada, very nice. Had a nice bit of dialogue saying want to have no regrets. Tried everything as possible to support the community. And these days, the expand has been something that I've been trying to do. It might fail, but at least I'm going to put my foot into the frying pan, see if it might actually be something useful to help our seed continue to grow. So I'm glad to see Blurry, the Clinton Nelson is undefeated right now. Just one round off behind Banok.
Yeah, of course, man. You've always been a wonderful presence. So I really hope you're having a good new year so far. And again, wishing you an awesome year, man.
Behind Banok and Blurry is the Wall Keeper.
Sure. It's probably going to be a busy week, but I do want to do that sometime, so we should spar sometime. Yeah. Definitely be good to have another session. It's been a while since we had that session a while back, so it'd be great. Alright. Yeah. I'm playing in a league battle right now. Okay. Love you, honey. Everybody on the stream got to hear. Oh, good. I'll check after the next battle. Should be a good battle. Good win on your Inyo. Inyo's a really nice player that is from my area, and so I'm really glad that they joined the league battles tonight. Very glad about that. So let's see. Alright, Reaper, here we go. I don't think I'm playing sharp enough right now to fight you, man, but I'm going to do my best. Let's see what I can do here. I see.
I know the gameplay is over, but I'm not able to learn, so
I was hoping that was in range. It's not. You gotta watch out for that. Once I realize it, that's good. That's a good Okizami too. Oh my gosh. So I thought I had that. My bad. Let's see. Didn't have it. I thought I was gonna hit him. Very good game, Reaper. Good game. Can't do that. Can't do that with Blaze's retreating kick. I will eventually get that. That was fun. It was a very fun game.
I wish there wasn't so much netcode issues here and there at times, but
What happened now? Did I lose this one too?
it's a really nice way to
Who did I lose? Billion music, okay. So it counts as a window. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna go check on my wife. I'll be right back. She's at her work, but she FaceTimes the family, so.
is 3.62 seconds. You could do better than that, but not 3.262 seconds. Oh no, you did not beat that 3.62 seconds. You failed. You get one more try. You get under 3 seconds. Oh no, the first attempt was fastest. Let's try it. Let's try it. Alright, the record now is 3.62 seconds.
Alright, let's see. Didn't know it's being timed. Okay.
I actually time all the match and how fast a virtual fire round gets played. And like multiple Japanese tournaments, I basically watch all the matches every round and record how long each round took to be finished. I think in average per round it's about 20 seconds.
Yeah, sounds right.
There was one of the rounds that went really fast, but it was not due to a ring out. It was due to the wall, using the wall to get the fastest time. I had to look back at the Excel file sheet.
And Blurring's playing amazing, so awesome. Keep that up, Blurring. Reaper, of course, amazing. Doing the 9-1. Man, so good. And then it's going to be Reaper versus Crazy Drunk at the end. Crazy Drunk wins for sure. Well, yeah. There's no way to make up that gap. It's a bigger than 6 point spread. So Crazy Drunk has won the league. But that's going to be an exciting battle. Alright, Inyo, here we go.
First time I tried it out, took 3 seconds. Not bad, not bad.
Round one. Ready, go!
Very nice.
Round two. Ready,
Did a backdash evade. Very good. Nice good throw. Very good. Excellent. Good. You went for the ground throw. Perfect.
round three.
Very good. Thank you for the game, Inyo.
Forgot to train, eh?
So I did jabs, high jab, low jabs into elbow. Well, I did low punch at first, and then two like hit you with a low punch, block low punch, do an elbow. I did a low punch into elbow, low punch into throw. I did a high jab into different things, but also hit with a high jab into a throw. But also I can go mix up into a mid, depending on if I think you're going to hit the attack or not. But if I think you're going to be defensive, I'm going to go for the throw. And then if I think you're going to defiantly attack, then I'll do an attack.
Yeah, so the fastest time a round ended in a Japanese tournament that I was looking at for was 4.67 seconds. The actual match.
And congratulations, Crazy Drunk.
The next one was 6.7 seconds. Alright, so congratulations.
That does come with experience there. Blurring, awesome run. The Rock Reaper, awesome run. Assassin's playing awesome. Really good stuff, you guys. Very good stuff. Everyone's. Because of RJ really knocked me pretty hard. That was really good. I'll take a screenshot. Looks like I need to play some practice games because. Oh, that was it. Okay. I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Akai. Thank you.
Is it today your birthday or is it the next couple of days from here? So is Amos still trying to shoot?
I lost quite a bit of matches. This was definitely the worst league I've had in a while, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I'll play some matches.
So you still want to continue playing? You guys can continue doing some of the movement ones?
But it's okay. I think I'm honestly, well, there's no excuses. I lost, and I lost fair and square.
Actually,
So, alright, here we go, blurring. Had some great matches though. Me too. I'm really happy that single A is back. Very nice.
What a knucklehead!
Tuesday, I still would like to get to work on the invitation stuff. We'll start with single A again. I'll ask whoever wants to participate early so that we can
Alright, RJ, let's see what we got. Let's do this. That was good. That was really good. That was good too. There's a lot to grasp in this game. Like there's tons of little details, but keep it up. Like you're grasping more and more. Very nice. Alright. Assassin, really good games. You played awesome, man. I'm looking forward to more fights. And I can learn a lot of Tekken 8 from you too. So let's have a lot of awesome battles. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Assassin.
Execution or system-wise information. Change idea.
I won't let. Round one. Ready? Ring out.
Wrong. Yep, go on. Okay.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Yep, yeah. Inyo, good to have you here. Yes, there is a raid feature in Twitch, so you can always send. Everybody can watch Crazy Drunk destroy me here. Crazy Drunk's one of the best players in the country. He plays so many characters, but of course his mains are his Shun is his number one, but he also plays Lei Fei and Taka extremely well. And he plays almost every character really well, to be honest. His fundamentals have gotten so amazing. Good round. Awesome first round, Crazy. That was so much fun. So much fun. Very good. Hey, Rage-Arted. I'm really glad to hear that. I love this game very much. I do like Tekken a lot as well. Yeah, and that wall.
Round 4. Ready,
Good game, Crazy. That was awesome. Really fun game. I love fighting your Shun always. Had a lot of fun with that battle. It's always a fun battle with Crazy Drunk. We go pretty crazy, so it can go fast when we fight, but that one had a lot of pretty good... we were able to defend each other, so I'm not going to go full screen, so... Reaper has been playing amazing as well, so this should be really fun to watch. L-Blaze is tricky for both players, for both the L-Blaze and the Shun, because his ranges are very unconventional. His options at the ranges are kind of weird, but basically he's either super up close or long range. His mid range is the thing that's kind of compromised, but the weapons he has at mid range are actually good. But Shun feels like a hard matchup, yeah. And Shun is like the best at zoning, but Crazy Drunk has the most complete Shun in North America. The two really strong Shuns in North America is Crazy Drunk and Denkai. And Denkai is just incredibly strong on a fundamental level, but so is Crazy Drunk. Crazy Drunk, when I say Crazy Drunk, I'm talking about Banok, because he used to go by the handle Crazy Drunk, and sometimes a lot of us just still call him that. But now that uppercut you saw from Shun, where he swings like it's like a really round hooking uppercut. Yeah, Dennis is one of the best players in the country too. So, but Denkai is a different Dennis, yeah. But yeah, the two Dennises are so insanely strong. So Crazy Shun, when he has about I think 8 drinks, he has that what we call Chowan, is the hooking uppercut. Oh, that's cool tech against that. That's actually really cool tech that he set up there. I didn't know about that. I was wondering why he was going for that. That was pretty cool tech against that. Whether I believe it's intentional, but it could be accidental. But it was awesome regardless. But the hooking uppercut's one of the best mids in the game. It normal hit launches, but Shun has to get drunk. The principles of Shun is that he starts out kind of underpowered, kind of having to mix up more than he would like to. But then as he gets more drunk, he gets both stronger in power. He gains more moves, and that combination makes him just really off the wall nuts, like strong. He can be sobered. My character is better at sobering Shun than most characters, but Shun is really. But Crazy Drunks is like the most complete Shun. He uses pretty much all of the tools of Shun. Whereas Denkai is going to play like an incredibly powerful VF game with Shun. Yeah, things are really terrible when he has double-digit drinks. They get terrible once he's at 8. For the opponent, right? And so Shun has this aspect where actually he's the main zoning character in this game. Zoning isn't really as strong in this game. It's still strong, but Shun is the best at zoning, and part of it's because if you let him stay at long range, he can just drink all day. If you don't attack him, he's just going to drink. So you have to learn how to kind of get him to stop drinking. And but the more drinks he gets, the more powerful. So because of that by itself, and then they give him a lot of really cool tools. Like when you see him do a fadeaway into a back slap, that thing catches a lot of people, and he can just kind of see that someone's about to whiff and just hit that punch button. Yeah. I do like if they give a stamp limit though. If they do it one-sided, if they do it on other people, for other people seeing it, I think that's cool. I actually think that's a good feature because a lot of people will jump in, spectate a match, and just spam endlessly. This was a powerful Okizeme tool. So earlier that one. So basically Shun is good at baiting people and do a rising attack. And those kicks, they do more than 20 damage each hit because they are... that's what makes it beat the rising attack, right? And it's evasive. It's kind of weird. It's been like that though since even VF3. You could use that kind of technique. So yeah. So we have the good match. See if RJ's gonna play him. It's always an honor to fight Crazy Drunk in my opinion. So it's always a good opportunity. No, Crazy Drunk's in this room. I can't go hardcore against Crazy Drunk. So, well, we go back and forth, but he's the stronger player, right? Like this generation, but I love fighting him, and I do get my matches, but... I thought I wouldn't go that far. Bad range. Yep. Nice trap. Okay, nice setup. Nice. One of the things that Crazy Drunk is powerful nowadays, especially on fundamentals, but his biggest strength for the longest time is that he was traditionally a very set play kind of player. But now, in addition to that set play, his fundamentals are just really good. Alright, neutral throw. Alright, there's very little chance I can win this. Now he's at 11 drinks. This is where the matchup has flipped. Normally Leon can do okay before that. Good. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright. I was hoping to bait with that, but no. That foot just knocked me. Knocked my hurt box. It looks funny though. But good game, Crazy. Good game. Yeah, especially once he's at 11 drinking points. It's like really hard. Come on, Reaper, you can do it. You can do it, Reaper. Yeah, the range on that kick was nuts. It's said he can outzone Leon, right? He's better at it than Leon is. And then yeah, if he's drunk enough, then the neutral's totally different. But yeah. Now at the start, he kind of has to mix mid-low, and in VF you'd prefer to mix mid-throw for most characters, but Shun will do mix mid-low, and he'll mostly do it with like kick and guard, that spin kick, like kind of a hopping spin kick, and then 1KK, which is like his low kick into high kick, right? Usually my recommendation is to evade to Shun's front. But the 1KK has to be evaded to his back. He's also got 4P, which is like a chop across, like a horizontal chop. Yeah. And so in the beginning he's got those tools, and then a lot of times he's want to get drinks. So in the beginning, when he's sober, you kind of want to escape for like neutral throw and forward throw, because those are the throws that are going to give him drinks. Yeah, 7 drinks is hard. This stance, the back turn so stance, is a very frustrating stance, because nowadays when I see it, I'm worried about him doing the sabaki, which are the windmill punches. Crazy Drunk now, the way he plays now, he used to do it like a lot. Now he's doing everything but the windmill punches, and he's going to save that windmill punch to totally wreck to win the round against you. The windmill punch is like, it's a sabaki that's on par with like Vanessa's sabaki, except it's better. So it's probably one of the best sabakis in the game. It sabakis a lot of mid and high attacks, and will lead into a combo.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Right, yep. Oh, it's a back turn. So when he did the uppercut and turns around. It's an awesome battle between Reaper and Crazy Drunk. Yeah, Dead or Alive's got Brad, technically Lei Wulong in Tekken, right? Yeah. And the OG Shun from since VF2. Ironically, VF2 came out like a month before Tekken 1 in Japan. In the US it came later. But yeah. Have a good night, Akai. Thank you very much. Thanks for bringing back the single A. Silverbolt commented that he really loves that single A is back, and I hope it was a really good experience for more players. And thanks for doing an open league tonight, like a single open league. Yeah. Yeah. I do call him Leon because he's supposed to be French, even though he doesn't sound French at all. You know, I just figured that's how the Japanese, because they spell Rion, right? And then that's why they spell it lion. But yeah, a lot of Americans just call it lion. Yeah. Just like they call Kage cage. Yeah. So many people back in the arcade days calling Kage cage. And I'm still. But I know that Shiny does it with humor if he does. So. Yes. Called out the neutral throw. Good games playing. Thank you very much for well, thanks for everything, man, but also very excited to I am excited for Tekken 8. Yeah. No other way of saying it, lion. Yep. So. But I am loving my VF a lot. But I am planning to play Tekken 8 as well. I'm planning to play Under Night in Birth as well, but I haven't really practiced it, so I don't know. It's hard. There's a lot to learn. It's a little quicker for me to learn Tekken than it is Under Night. But Under Night in Birth is really good. So it's like, man, it's these three fighters that I really, really like. Actually, I played Jin. So I played Jin, and problem is everybody knows how to fight against Jin, so I have no chance. I have no chance. I'm just gonna play for fun. Don't worry, Inya, you're doing great. Just keep it up and just keep on fighting, you know? Right now, he's using the time to kind of to watch how you play. Asuka, Nina, yeah. I really, well, I like Asuka's character design very much. So, yeah. I like the. I think there's a reason. I think the reason I like playing Jin is he might be the character that lets me feel like I'm playing Virtua Fighter when I'm playing Tekken. It's kind of like I didn't realize that was kind of the deal. I just always liked Jin because I like Jin since Tekken 3. But then I really liked Jin in Tekken 4, even when he wasn't strong in a lot of Tekken games. I like the design direction he went as a for move list in Tekken 4. And beyond. So I liked the move list a lot since then. But what was I gonna say? But like Soul Calibur, I've always played Mitsurugi. And then now, it's only now that I think maybe I play Mitsurugi in Soul Calibur because I get to play Mitsurugi like a Virtua Fighter character. The ranges, like the options, poke into mix-up, and the type of zoning I do is similar to the type of zoning I do with Leon, actually, with Mitsurugi. So I feel like I have to admit to myself that maybe it's just that I'm comfortable with that playstyle, right? Similarly, when I played Third Strike back in the day, I always said I liked it because it felt like it's like the 2D fighter that feels like a 3D fighter at the time.
Round one. Ready, go!
But I've been playing fighters since the beginning, or at least, since Street Fighter 2, but I also liked I can't remember the name of the classic karate game in the arcades with 2 joysticks, but I loved playing that since I was a kid. And even now I still like it, even though it's kind of weird. It's weird when trying to play with 2 joysticks, because actually the most I played it was on the Atari ST on a controller that was more like a Commodore 64 controller. So just having to hit a thumb button and move directions. To kind of get the different moves instead of having 2 joysticks that you got to combine the inputs for. It's really good. Crazy Junk's showing all the tech here. It's like, this is what I can do to really mess with what Jeffrey wants to do.
Round three. Ready, go!
Almost did the Sabaki. He got hit before that Sabaki could happen and lost half his life. So, oh my god, yes. This is definitely what RJ definitely rocked me in this type of way. Especially near the wall. It's really good. Gonna be hard to stop this drunk man. Maybe the way I was playing a few hours ago, but I don't know. But it's also Crazy Drunk, and Crazy Drunk understands me very well, so that makes it even harder. I mean, he plays with a lot. He used to play with a set play type of Yomi. Now he plays with all kinds of Yomi. When he's comfortable. When he's reading around, that's when I get a chance to kind of go in and go berserk on him. But let's see how this goes now. We're going to try.
Round one. Ready, go!
Forgot that's not the combo with Shun. Yeah, so this move low crushes, and he's like, "You're gonna go for a low," and he low crushed. Yes. Too bad I couldn't get a throw that would allow me to sober him, but I'll take it because I needed to win that round. Yep. Need the 6-6K that to get a sober point. To sober him a little bit, at least.
Round four. Ready, go!
Yeah, that's it. I'm dead. Watch all those points go to 12. So these are end of round combos so that he can get Draken points. Yep, I was hoping I can still tag. Never, don't even try. Just wake up and block. Just get up and block. Good game. Good game. So many kicks that are all can do 20 damage, over 20 damage, right? Because it needs to be over 20 damage to beat a rising attack. Yeah, don't rising attack him ever. What happened? Oh, did it do the... Okay. I think we're making it entertaining for you, though, Inyo. I think we're making it entertaining for you. And if that's the case, I'm happy. Right? Very nice. I like what RJ's doing. Oh no, it didn't throw into the wall. No. No. Oh, and Crazy Drunk has some crazy wall setups that he loves to do too. Alright.
Round two. Ready, go!
He is evade punishable, yes. Yeah. Very evade punishable. Yeah, his belly still.
Round three. Ready,
Evade. Okay, so in VF, evading is something you do when the opponent's already attacking. You can't really do it when not, or when they're not attacking. So that said, when you evade, you're like invincible for like 23 frames, and then if you evade something really big and they have a lot of recovery on their attack, then it could be then that attack that you evaded would be evade punishable if it has enough recovery frames, or if you evaded early enough, so that when you recovered from your evade, you could do an attack and he couldn't do anything about it. So evade punish is like the same thing as like guard punish, but it's something you do from evade. And in VF, actually, the really big risk of doing like a big launcher is that it's probably evade punishable to hell. You know? So yeah. So it means that you can punish them by evading and then do the correct attack. Okay. Let's try this.
Round two. Ready, go!
Yeah, a lot of things. This game has a really good relationship with risk and reward. A lot of the big things you want to do are going to be punishable, like in a big way, but it's something like that. And so, I got to remember like how to. Yeah, I got to remember what. I got to practice the forward throw, the combo throw against him. I totally forgot how to do it. So. Look at that Cho-Wan, look at that Cho-Wan do all that damage. And it's a normal hit launcher, but he gets it 8 drinks. It's that hooking uppercut, not this last one, but the launcher that he did on me. Right? That's the move he unlocks at like 8 drinks, and it's insanely good. That's so good. But you also have to be good at using it. And but it can be used as a whiff punish as well. So good. Yeah, this game is a very much single attack flow when you get stronger. Yeah. Yeah, after 6 drinks, good point. I need to make that. Yeah, 6 drinks. Suddenly he's got Nitaku. Nitaku we're talking about is how to force a mix up, and usually when we say by default we're talking about mid versus throw, because it's something that you can do really well at +6 or more frame advantage, but there are many. The literal definition of Nitaku is force 2 choice, and there are different ways to force 2 choices. Meaning that like if you're going to defend against one, it's very unlikely you're going to defend against the other, and so you got to pick between these 2 things, right? And you know some people are complaining about that in other games, but VF is a lot of it. But the core one, like in Tekken, you could try to force a mix-up between mid and low when you have enough advantage in situation factors, right? And so the thing that smooths it out in Tekken usually is the defensive techniques and how good spacing is, how good moving away is. Yeah. And then But again, if you're coming from Tekken, it's good to understand that in VF there's the paper rock scissors is strong, and by that what we mean is that in this game, throwing is what you do to punish somebody for defending, for guarding, or sidestepping. Sidestep loses to throw in this game. And in this game, throws do like combo damage, right? In Tekken, you're more likely to use a throw for a position switch so that you can get to your better side, right? So you can get to player one side for a lot of people, right? And also, they're reactable. So people can defend against throws that way, and then they don't do much damage. As much. They're not doing like combo damage necessarily. They can. Still kind of hard. But so the two-hand throws are kind of the stronger thing. But in this game, throws are like... It's like doing a combo against somebody that chose to guard. Doing a combo against somebody that chose to sidestep. And then the paper rock scissors to that is that in this game, attack beats throw. You could be like throws take 10 frames to execute. And you could be -9, and your opponent does a throw, which means that when you recover, you're going to have only one frame. And if you did an attack in that situation, it will beat the throw. Thank you so much, Inyo, for hanging out with us. And thank you very much for playing with us. And I'm really glad that you came out tonight. So thank you. And I hope the weather gets better soon and that we can hang out more. But I really am glad that you joined us. Yeah, so Wolf is awesome because Wolf has fast throw, faster than 10 frame throw, 9 frame throw, and then has a really slow throw, which is his most damaging throw. So there is a technique in Virtua Fighter called Fuzzy Guard, and the principle is you're going to duck under throws, which are usually faster than attacks, and then you're going to stand up and block in time to block a mid or a high, right? But then Wolf does like this really slow throw that is his most damaging throw. So if you try to do a Fuzzy Guard the normal way in that situation, you kind of stand up in the guard into his really huge throw. It's really funny. Similarly, other people can just delay their throw to try to throw you when you do a Fuzzy Guard. Though there is a technique called Fuzzy Guard Attack where we quickly, after you just barely tap guard and you input an attack right away. So what happens is that if you actually block something, your attack won't come out because you'll be in block stun. but if you don't block something, like they do a throw and it whiffs, then like your All right, he's at +8. Let's watch the hell that happens here. God. Fell for it. So good. Also, I'm gonna tell you something really cool. I see. No, good game. I did guess low, but I let go. I let go. I didn't believe. Good game. Good game. So, Ray Jarded. Ray. Ray. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Talked about sidestep. There's another point about VF and Tekken. If I remember, I'm gonna let you know. But there's like really cool stuff. I mean, just differences that just make them their own flavor and what they want to do. Oh, backdash. Okay, you might wonder what's the deal with backdash? Like, why is VF so forward? Why are we doing rock'em sock'em robots in this game? Backdash is really good because it can set somebody up to whiff like a basic poke or a normal close range or even a mid-range move. But what's the deal? One, in Virtua Fighter, when you backdash, you can't guard cancel it. So like if you backdash and guard, it'll do the full backdash before you can guard. You can do forward, you can guard cancel forward dash. And you can guard cancel crouch dash forward. But you can't do that for backdash or crouch backdash. That's the point number one. Point number two, when you get hit during a backdash in this game, specifically this game, you will get counter hit. So the risk is like really high on the backdash. It's a better backdash than previous VF games in a way, but it's higher risk. So it's a good technique, it's a good maneuver, but it's higher risk. So it's you got to be very careful. And if you get called out on it, you see people losing a lot of life on it. Number three, there's a third point. Every character has a certain kick move. Usually it's side kick, but like Taka, it's standing kick. And when they hit with this specific kick move and counter hit the person doing a backdash, that person will stagger on their butt, and they can break the stagger, but almost for sure there will usually be some kind of combo that can be like almost half life. And in Taka's case, it's more than half life. So if Taka calls you out, backdashing with his kick, like he can do like a 55% combo on you. Now, that said, I said you could not cancel backdash with guard. You can cancel it with sidestep, and you can cancel it with attack. And there's cool stuff about that too. There's even cool stuff about failed evade. And failed evade's when you evade and the conditions for a successful evade, like them attacking already or them doing a move that can be evaded, when those aren't met or when something fails it, then it's a failed evade. And there's a good thing about failed evade too. And that is failed evade. Unlike normal evade, failed evade can be cancelled with a dash. I see. It is. I'm glad that you enjoy it too, RJ. You and I are that type. Good round, Crazy. Good round. See, this is an evade punish. Ah, that was a low crush into a wall splat. Yep. Punish. Thank you for the drinks. Hey, Chris. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, here it is. Ah, I got one. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Means a lot when you say it, so thank you so much. All right, RJ, let's do this. I'm not trying to deny you time with Shun, but let's do this. And this is a good stage for Jeffrey too. It drives me nuts. Good stage for me too if I play it smart, but I need to improve those skills. I'm getting called out on every option. Ah. Yep. 11 frame punches are unblockable? Okay. Thanks. I didn't know that. Okay. Awesome round, RJ. Man, RJ's so scary. He's going for it. I like this. What the heck is that? What the heck was this? Oh, it's jab. Okay. All right. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Good to know. I need to know what the hell that was. It was because it was at the tip, right? Okay. So here, because yeah. Okay, I'll study the frames. I'll study the frames because I think that was the second time I got hit by something like that today. I think that was like the second time I fell into something like that. So awesome stuff. RJ is playing so good.
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh no. Awesome. I want to have you in here, Akai. I will have to go soon. I promised to watch Kenshin with my daughter. So. But this is such an awesome room to be in, so. Hey, Diesel, good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing really well today, man. Good, good, man. Good, good. Well, I'm glad that you came in here, so thank you very much for stopping by. All right, Jimmy, have a good night. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your support throughout the day.
Round 3.
I only have time for one more because I did promise my daughter I'd watch Kenshin with her, and I think she's feeling sad. It takes a lot. It does take a lot, Akai. I was actually surprised that you went with as full of a schedule as you did for this but I understand the feeling too. I do. So, or I think I do. But you're doing awesome, and thank you very much. But if you need to take a rest, it's okay. Yeah. And I am happy to try to help out on some of the weeknights. It's a little trickier. Tuesdays are more likely, but you know, it would depend. Really good battle, you two. Really good battle. Man, RJ's spacing has like wrecked me a lot today. Like I've whiffed, but also gotten hit pretty bad with stuff. It's really scary. It's like you make a mistake and lose a lot of life, and that's how Jeffrey should be designed. So, yeah. Oh my god, that felt so good. Jimmy, did you see that one before you left? Yep. I think Crazy is really tired. I think he does work nowadays, so I think it's gonna be bedtime soon. But I also know that this guy has like the endurance and stamina to play like 24 hours straight. The wall is very unfriendly. Alright, here we go. Our last one, RJ. I think. I don't think I get like 2 passes on Crazy Drunk tonight. Unless he's tired. So. Or unless, well, the walls have been my friend all day, so yeah, that too. Alright, RJ, let's see what you got, because you've been very scary.
You'd better take me seriously. I'll be celebrating tonight. Round 1. Ready, go!
Nice. I am sad about that, but I do get to interact with him outside of VF, so I'm happy about that. I guess. Good game, RJ. It is sad days for a fighting game community. Hubs is amazing. Now that said, he is active with the retro community, especially the Polymega community. I'm still waiting on my Polymega. Good match, RJ. Good match. Yeah. I agree, Emery. By the way, Emery Reigns, awesome to see you. I'm excited to see more of your content, and Dead or Alive content too, and Tekken 8 content. So, man. Was he? I want to hear more about those stories too sometime. Okay, I had side turn, I could have done more. That's punishable. Was good. Man. Please share more in the chat. I appreciate it, because I think I do want to know more about Hubs' history, especially with Dead or Alive, actually. Good round, Akai. Good round. I love Emery playing VF. I love Emery playing everything. Good. Oh, almost. Good. I like that, Akai. I like that pressure. Excellent. He went with the mid. Thank you so much, Emery. I appreciate that so much. And I love you've always given VF like a lot of respect, and then you've also gave honest opinions too. And you always give honest opinions, but so the respect that you give VF has meant a lot. And like I've told a lot of VF players, Dead or Alive, when the Dead or Alive players came into this game, they taught me a lot about fighting neutral. I mean, not directly, but by fighting them, because they're just like, you all don't have like as good of a neutral as you think you do, and neutral in this game you can win in neutral, you know. So like the way that Dead or Alive players fought in neutral is just really terrifying, and taught me a lot. They also good game, Akai. Yay, Akai gets his revenge. And they did two things that a lot of the Dead or Alive players did when they were playing this game when it first came out. Right. One was their neutral game was really clearly strong, right? Because in Dead or Alive you live and die on the neutral. It should just be called Dead or Alive on the neutral. But also two, they learned wall throws way fast. Like they were just like, we're gonna maximize this damage. We're gonna do all this stuff. Like we're gonna do the thing that can do the most damage, and we're gonna really just work our butts off setting that up and winning it in neutral. You know? Yeah, I love seeing Dead or Alive players play this game, and I do want to play more Dead or Alive games. I do want Dead or Alive to continue, and I actually really like the game that came out last year by Team Ninja. I really like Wanted Dead a lot. I have it right here. Now it's janky on purpose. Wanted Dead. This is Wanted Dead. This game is like a love letter for 80s cult violent Asian flicks, and also a combination of that and PS2 era janky action games. This game, Wanted Dead, is awesome. It is you know, it's like the B film of video games in a good way, right? Similar to how God Hand is kind of like that too, right? You know, God Hand is another crazy thing of its own that they're nothing alike, but they both have this, like, they know what they are and they are built to be what they are and they love what they are. You know, Wanted Dead is like that. Like, Wanted Dead's a game where you have to learn how to play that game. Like, you really got to learn how to play that game. And so there are some members of the Dead or Alive team that worked on Wanted Dead. But Wanted Dead is janky as hell. It's one of those where your first impression is that the game is a mess. But if you're in that cult group that kind of gets it, then it's such a brilliant game. It does remind me a bit of Wet in terms of its appeal. Wet is very much a product of its time. So Wet was a third-person shooter game that was made, and like I like that game, and I also like the is it Stranglehold, which is the John Woo style game, right? But Wet wanted to be Kill Bill and Grindhouse. It wanted to be Kill Bill with a Grindhouse cinema lens, you know, and so it very much wanted to be this Tarantino-esque look at like 60s action and violent flicks. It is, but Wet is fun. Wet was real. I thought Wet's fun, but it's not for everyone. It's actually similar to the game adaptation of the movie Wanted, which is also nothing like the comics, right? They both kind of come from that era. That's like the Xbox 360 eras of third-person shooters. But I like them. I like them a lot. Wanted Dead, though, man. Wanted Dead knows what it is, and it's really good at it. And if you want to really get a good idea and watch somebody, you know, gush about Wanted Dead, and I didn't see his video on Wanted Dead until after I'd played Wanted Dead, but Electric Underground has like 2 cool videos on Wanted Dead. He's got a review, then he's also got him kind of playing it at a much like at more of a more hardcore level, and it's really good to watch, and it's good to hear him talk and gush about Wanted Dead. But I had already felt that way about Wanted Dead, and same with like Christian KRS Jin. Christian also really likes Wanted Dead a lot, but it's also Wanted Dead is weird because all the things I said and compared it to PS2 era action game, and yet it's also a mix of that with Gears of War, of all things, right? It's like it's in that vein. Yeah, it's a rental game first for most people. For me, it's worth it, but also you can find it on sale all the time. So, you know, what's a rental, right? Redbox just died, right? You now go to 7-Elevens and the Redbox machine is dead. The Redbox machine has been unplugged. It's sitting there, somehow maybe paying rent still, or maybe just not paying rent to 7-Eleven, but Redbox are not there anymore. Not that they would have ever carried Wanted Dead. They never would have carried Wanted Dead. So, but GameFly I think is still around, and GameFly is cool. Uses the old Netflix before they did streaming model. Though Netflix still did that model until a couple years ago of rent by mail videos. But Wanted Dead, you might want to watch some people's gameplay of it. Yeah. Well, I do like the. Well, we won't get into that topic. Anyhow, but Nelly's here is awesome. I am gonna go spend time with my kids, but I'm gonna leave this stream going because I do want people to be able to watch these matches. I think these matches are awesome, so I'll try to remote stop the stream. But what I'll do is, because I think these matches are good. Watching Crazy Drunk and Nelly is awesome. Watching Akai is also really good too, and fighting them. And watching RJ actually is really cool, because RJ likes to learn things the hard way, and that is awesome. That's how I liked learning. That was actually the way I learned VF. I mean, you guys can see it. It's like, this is why I run forward anyways, and you know, do some of the things that some people think are kind of crazy. So yeah. Oh, you know that VF addiction kicks in. Dopamine hits so hard. All it takes is for you to get a win on Crazy Drunk and a win on Nelly. Which Shadowrun are you playing? The RPG? Or are you talking... Probably not the 360 game, even though I actually enjoyed that 360 game. But, you know, was not... A lot of people did not enjoy that, that game, you know. It's like... That game was really interesting, the shooter on 360. But I liked it, so... Yeah, the RPG... Shadowrun, no, Shadowrun is... Traditionally, it's an RPG. Yeah, it's a tabletop RPG that's cyberpunk. So, cyberpunk meshing with fantasy cyberpunk. So, elves, dwarves, trolls in the future, in a technological future with magic, right? That's Shadowrun. That's the appeal, right? And like, you know, with very Nor elements to it. But it did have really good games both on Super Nintendo, but especially on the Genesis. The Genesis game is definitely one that like won a lot of people over into that property. A lot of people have strong memories on that Genesis game. Yeah. And then, and it is, yes, I think Shadowrun is based on Baldur's Gate, basically. I think it's Catalyst Games, right? Catalyst Games also has an interesting story, but they're an interesting group. But they did do the Shadowrun Returns, which is, you know, Shadowrun RPG, which is more of a Baldur's Gate style. And then these games you can get them very inexpensively now. And even though, yeah, Shadowrun Returns, and then Shadowrun Hong Kong, and yeah, there's a couple expansions. They're really good. And if you play it on PC, there's a lot of modules people did, just like Baldur's Gate, right? Where there's a lot of fan-made modules. So 3 new ones on PS5. Awesome. I have always kind of wanted to start playing it, so I will. Yeah, Hong Kong's really cool. I didn't play it though. I just looked at it and it looked awesome. So I haven't played Shadow. I haven't played it. I do have them. I need to play them. Dude, Akai's doing awesome. Akai, you're gonna be playing a lot. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so I'm gonna take my camera off, but I will still be streaming these.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 4. ビルでないぞ。
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout! Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
I'm the world's strongest! This'll hurt you more than it hurts me!
Just focus on your.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
Get away!
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Excellent! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
Mission accomplished. Time for a combat seminar.
I'll be celebrating!
Round 1. Ready, go!
Take that.
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
accomplished. Just focus on your enemy.
I'll take you down and take your name.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout!
Wow, it was ridiculous. You know what you're getting yourself into.
This'll hurt you more than it hurts.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout!
show you what combat's all about.
This'll hurt you more than it hurts.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
On the battlefield, you'd be dead.